This video was recorded with the Avermedia Live Gamer Portable. Skip it up and that up! What's going on, everyone? Rich of Review Tech USA and the Avengers? You ass clowns. It's disclaimer time. You all are very well aware of the fact that I am getting a PS4. I'm excited for the PS4, and more than likely I'm getting an Xbox One as well. I think I kind of have to for Review Tech USA. So this is not console hate. This is not me saying that I think the PC is superior to consoles. It's me, because I got this article sent to me by a billion different people, okay? This is me bringing you back down to earth, so especially if you're not familiar with PCs and tech, that your hopes aren't built up astronomically high for what these next-gen consoles are going to be capable of, and then when you get them, you're going to be disappointed. So I wasn't even going to talk about this article. I'm not going to get super technical because it's not really the point of it, even though that sounds like I'm contradicting myself. But here we go. So Warframe creative director Steve Sinclair was praising the PS4. Here's what he had to say for it. They're developing that free-to-play game for the PS4 as well, and he's really gushing about the PS4 hardware. This is what he had to say. The GPU is a beast, and the game looks stellar on the PS4. The unified memory is part of what makes the console so great to develop on. You can use threads to generate textures and graphics assets. You can use the GPU to process physics and effects data. Now, don't get me wrong, what he's saying is true. I don't want to make it like I'm knocking what he's saying. Unified memory architectures is the way everything's going to go in the future, even PCs. Pretty soon, fairly soon, you're going to see even desktop computers have the CPU and GPU sharing the same pool of memory. It's more efficient. You don't have to replicate code. There's less latency. It's just an easier way to code, and it's the future. That's the bottom line without me going on for 20 minutes about it. But Digital Foundry just made a video making PS4 and Xbox One equivalent PCs. I'm going to show you a snippet of it, but I'll have a link to the whole video below in the description. You can check out the whole thing so you don't miss anything. But here are these Xbox One and PS4 equivalent PCs running Crysis 3. Now tell me if this looks like the PS4 GPU is a quote-unquote beast.
Keep low.
You okay?
It's nothing. There. Mark of death. If that spots you, you're fucked. Back! Get back!
Psycho! This train is full of highly explosive material.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
This is your plan?
Yeah. Come on, you bastards!
Now, like I said, I'll have a link to the video below. They made two target PCs that had the same compute power as the Xbox One and PS4. Okay, it wasn't exact parts, minus the video cards were pretty dead on. I think they padded the Xbox One video card a little bit just to give it some headroom, but there you go. I mean, that's Crysis 3, high settings. I think they have 2x anti-aliasing on and VSync on. And even when they lowered the resolution, to below 1080p, that's when you saw XO target next to the PS4 side and Xbox One side, they still weren't getting 60 frames a second when they had Crysis 3 on high with 2x anti-aliasing. Now, there's obvious variables here that weren't mentioned. Like I just said before, the PS4 and Xbox One are going to have the unified memory architecture where both the CPU and graphics processor are going to be pulling from the same shared memory, which makes things way more efficient. The second thing is, obviously, Windows is going to be a resource hog on a PC, okay? The Xbox One and the PS4 are going to have streamlined operating systems that will allow developers to get way more out of the hardware. On top of that, too, with the PS4 and Xbox One, you're only dealing with one set of hardware. When you're on a PC, people could have, top of the line $10,000 PCs, or they could have a budget $500 gaming rig. So you have to have 8 billion different settings, and you don't have this one set of hardware where you can eke as much power out of it like you do on consoles. But with that being said, John Carmack has said, who has had the dev kits for quite a while, the target for next generation is going to be 1080p, 30 frames per second. You're not getting 60 frames per second out of most games. That's what John Carmack said. He could be wrong, but I doubt it. Then you had EA for a while, who was spouting some BS, probably because they were paid by Microsoft, to say that, the next-gen Xbox and next-gen PlayStation are going to blow away even high-end gaming PCs for years to come. And then Epic Games came out and said, yeah, no, that's bullshit. Here's why I'm making this video. Look, I'm psyched about next generation. I have a PS4, like I said before, pre-ordered. I'm looking forward to it. I can't. The hardware now is old and tired, but at the same time, and Infinity Ward even said the same thing, you're not going to get this explosive leap in technology like you did with previous generations. This is just the law of diminishing returns. It's going to be subtle things where, guns where you look down the sights, you're not going to see jaggies anymore. It's going to look smooth and circular. You're going to get sharper textures, better lighting, but it's going to be modest improvements. Okay? It's not going to be this huge leap that I think a lot of people who sent me this article are imagining. The graphics processor in the Xbox One is considered an entry-level graphics processor, and the GPU or graphics chip inside the PS4 is considered mid-range. I don't know about you, but last time I checked, that's not considered quote-unquote beast. I'm looking forward to next gen, but I'm also being realistic about it. And this is not a troll video. This is asking you to be realistic too. Anyway, folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.